Good morning. I am out in the sunshine, out on my porch. I am reading, oh my gosh, I'm reading criminal law right now. And my puppy is under the table. I don't know if you can see him, but he's there. And the light is shining. I think it's June 20th. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yesterday was Juneteenth. Just trying to get through this outline. It's about 50 pages. I love that for me. It's 50 pages, so I'm doing 10 pages, a short break of reading my book. I'm reading Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, and then I'll read 10 more pages. So it's time to read 10 more pages and highlight them. I fully took a nap. I fell asleep out here, and then my boyfriend woke me up, and then I went inside and took a nap in the on the couch. But it's like 11:30 now, and I need to go back to this. So that's what we're gonna do. I took a little bit of break, got myself some strawberries with honey, fed my dog, he's adorable, and now I'm gonna read about 22 more pages, so not too bad. Ten more pages done. Time for another little break. Break done. You guys know the drill. Back to the reading. 10 more pages. We got this. We can do this. And then lectures. Today has been kind of rough. I'm finally done. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that that's the only task I've completed today for my bar prep, but it's fine. That's what we did. That's what we did. I had a dream last night. I had my first bar prep nightmare, and I can truly describe it as a nightmare. I will definitely say that it was a nightmare because I know that a lot of people don't like hearing about dreams, but this one really got me, and it really played towards my insecurities and stuff. So I apparently I had a big law job coming up. Like, I was preparing for the bar. I had a big law job coming up. So during the summer, they asked us to come to their offices for some reason and just like talk about, you know, our bar prep and how we've been doing, you know, offer us some help. I was like, wow, that's so sweet. That's so kind. And so I go and I meet this girl in this elevator, and she is the other attorney or lawyer that they've hired for this upcoming September to join on, and she's also studying for the bar. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And we were like just sharing, you know, how we feel about bar prep and stuff like that. And then we get into this meeting with, I don't know who it was, honestly, but it was just somebody who works there. Maybe it was HR, maybe it was a partner or whatever. And they start to ask us like, oh, like, how's your bar prep been, blah, 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 blah. And then they start asking us, oh, what materials are you using to study? And the other girl goes first, and she says she's using, you know, Themis. And I was like, oh, cool, I am too. And then she starts spouting out all of these other resources that she's been using to study for the bar, things that I had never even heard of but made complete sense and would be so helpful. And like, it was clear that she was putting in so much more time than I was because of using those other resources, and she was practicing things that I didn't even think to practice. And I was just sitting there like, oh my God, like, how do I even compete with this? Like, how do I even compare myself to this? Because I didn't even know that they existed. I didn't know that these resources existed. And maybe it's perhaps that maybe I couldn't have afforded them, but I didn't even know they existed. And I like to think, like, I have a feeling that that relates back to when I was in high school. No one ever told me that, I think it was called Quest Bridge or whatever, was an option for getting into certain colleges. Like, I just got into certain colleges because I had a great schooling and I did after school activities, and I was in a lot of leadership positions, and I took like 13 or 14 AP classes. Like, that's how I got into good colleges. But other kids had these programs called Quest. I didn't even know that they existed. And I think if I had known, my parents would have put me in it because they're very serious about college and education. But I didn't even know. So I felt like I was at a disadvantage just because, you know, I wasn't informed. And so that's exactly what happened in my dream with the bar exam and that girl. And I just felt like so defeated. And I felt like, oh my gosh, like, we're already halfway through bar prep. I'm not even close or compared to this girl. Like, I have to figure out what, like, I was trying to memorize what she was saying, like, so I could go home and figure out what those resources were and use them. It was dramatic. I was making it dramatic. And I was so dejected. And it was like the first time in my bar prep, honestly, that I felt like I'm not doing good enough. Like, I'm not putting in enough work, which has not been my experience so far. I've felt like I've put in more work than I have in all of my education so far, and yet I'm not completely burnt out just yet. So I've been feeling pretty good about that. And so that dream for the first time made me feel like, oh, maybe I'm not where I'm supposed to be or doing what I'm supposed to do. It was depressing. And then I woke up and I like sighed a sigh of relief. I was so happy to realize that none of it was true. None of it was true. There was no resources that this random girl, and of course the girl was the exact type of girl that I'm insecure about when it comes to, like, just, you know the girl that you picture when you think about someone you feel insecure against. Like, for me, it's like a white brunette girl who's like tall and thin, and she's wearing the most classy outfit that I might not want to wear on the regular basis because I'm kind of eccentric with my outfits, but I know that people perceive her to be this like perfectly put together girl with all the opportunities. So that was just stressful, to say the least. Oh my gosh. Okay, but I'm gonna eat some lunch and I'm gonna watch these lectures. And for these lectures, I'm not going to write in the book because apparently the outline, the lecture outline is wrong, and I don't feel like printing out a bunch of paper for it, which will probably, you know, lead me to not properly listen to the lectures. I'm gonna try my hardest, but it will probably not be as effective as following along on the paper, filling the blanks out, but we're gonna do what we can. It's just for one subject, and I've studied criminal law twice in law school for a bar class and then the doctrinal class, so I'm hoping it's not too bad. I don't know who decided to allow me to take morning naps, but they definitely should not have allowed me to take morning naps. I'm looking quite rough. It is June 21st, and I have so many multiple choice to do today. That's a lie. I only have 2 of them to do, but I don't want to do them. Let's do some evidence multiple choice questions. Hopefully this croissant will give me the strength that I need. Please, for the love of God, please. It's been so long since I've done some multiple choice questions because I've avoided them these past couple of days, and I didn't have bar prep on Juneteenth. So getting a 47% when my goal was 55% isn't like making me feel super great, but I'm not mad because it's evidence. It was my 3rd multiple choice session, so it could be worse. It could be worse. I'm so like out of my mind tired. I can't take morning naps. They really mess me up. And plus, I ate a lot of sugar this morning, which I really wasn't supposed to do. And that is definitely messing with my diabetes and making me feel really tired. So it's like a lot. It's a combination. That's probably why I fell asleep and took a morning nap, was because of my diabetes and eating sugar before. So yeah, so I just gave a lot of reasons and blames and stuff, but it's probably just me. All right, next up, I feel a little bit better because Hamilton is down below, so he's giving me the energy that I need to properly want to stay alive. So but we're about to do my first set of criminal law multiple choice questions. So 17 of them, nothing crazy. Let's see how well I do. Okay, not too bad. My goal was 50%, but there's 17 questions, so I basically got half right with 47%. I'm not mad. A lot of the questions I got wrong were stupid mistakes that if I had taken a little bit more time to read, I probably could have done a little bit better, but I feel pretty good. Now we just need to read the entire criminal procedure outline. Yep, I think I'm gonna take a shower first, because one, it's really hot outside and the sun is in a position where it's like in my personal space. How rude. 2, I want to charge my laptop for a little bit because I know I'll be watching the lectures later on. But I just feel kind of gross and grimy, so it's time to take a shower, put on a new outfit, maybe do my hair in a different style so I feel somewhat different. Oh goodness, we can make it through. My ADHD medication is finally kicking in. I'm gonna give it some more time, and we can definitely get through this because it is only 9 a.m. 9 a.m. and we are making good time, good progress. As long as the criminal procedure outline is not like 70 pages. I think I might cry. Actually, let me check. Okay, just checked. It's 60 pages. Not too bad. We can do 20 pages at a time. Oh gosh. We're back. A new outfit on. We're showered, refreshed. It's like an hour later. And unfortunately, the sun has taken over my little table. And yet, we still must go on and learn about criminal procedure, even though I've learned about criminal procedure twice already. Do I remember anything now? So yeah, it's worth it. Would you be surprised to hear that I have done absolutely nothing and it's almost 11 a.m.? Because it would be true. I'm doing 10 page increments because I can't handle 20. I fear that this is becoming another civil procedure situation in which it's not actually worth it for me to read through the thick outline. So instead, I'm gonna watch the lectures and follow along with the lecture outline and see if I get most of the information from there. If I need to go back to the big outline, I can do that, but I just feel like I'm literally 14 pages in. It's been like an hour and whatever. It's just not worth it for me anymore. Hamilton, are you being rude? No?